This episode is brought to you by BETR Picks. Right now, new users get a free $10 and up to $200 bonus on your first deposit. Just use code BENCHD, that's BENCHD, or hit the link in the description to claim it now.
Heyo!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey. There is Derek and Terrell joining me today for this Week 14 recap. Boys, happy show number 300. 300 today.
Gang.
Gang. How you guys doing? How was your Thanksgiving, Derek?
It was awesome, man. We spent a little time with the family, went up to Seattle. It was cold, but no rain. We're good.
Oh, that's a win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a win for the P and D. How you doing, Terrell?
I've been chilling my last week at 33. My birthday's on Saturday, so
Hey, happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Wait,
so you're about to be 34?
34. Oh, head.
Dang, for me, so I'm gonna be 37 in March. I feel like it got scary once that 5 came. Like once you hit 35, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah,
like you are very, very. That's a big number.
Or trips to the doctor.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. On today's episode, we're going to recap week number 14. We just watched the Houston Texans maybe put the Chiefs out of their misery, ending a whole bunch of streaks. We'll get into that and a lot of what happened in the NFL today, because a lot happened. Huge games, massive playoff implications, a very, very busy week this week in the NFL, and kind of crystallizing what we're going to see and how teams are going to be going as we head into the playoffs. Also, some major injuries, specifically Indianapolis Jones, baby.
Indy Jones.
Rest in peace.
I would take my hat off, but my headphones are on and all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, same sentiment. I mean, we'll get into all that. If you're watching here on YouTube for the first time, welcome to the channel. Like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Thanks for joining us. Whether it's your first day or you are a day one subscriber, thanks for hanging out with us here in season 3 of the Bench Podcast. And then if you're listening on any of the audio platforms, thanks for hanging out with us there as well. And then follow us on social media if you want, at Benched Show across all platforms. A lot of football conversations going on there on all different platforms, all different kind of conversations. Honestly, they're a lot of fun, especially lately. People are getting fired up with the playoffs coming. So make sure you're following us on all of those. And then, of course, use our code BENCHED if you want to play a little better picks. Of course, not just football. Women's basketball. Should I call it men's basketball? That's probably respectful. Men's basketball and women's basketball. Real women's basketball, real basketball. All the sports. It's a lot of fun, honestly, man. It's like playing fantasies. Put that knowledge to use to make some cold hard cash. Use our picks or use our code to make your picks. All right, guys, let's jump into week number 14. First, let's talk real quick about what we just witnessed on Sunday Night Football. And I'm just convinced that no matter what the Chiefs do, Collinsworth is going to glaze Mahomes the entire 48 minutes. It's just like these guys are playing a terrible game. The offense scored 10 points, and it's just nonstop compliments. Like, oh, did you see that power? Like, bro, they have 10 points. Relax.
It's getting old.
I'm down.
All right, Chiefs lose to the Texans. Texans take care of business 20-10. It was a defensive show, but I think there's some offensive highlights. Derek, anyone go off on this one?
Yeah, in particular, Nico Collins. He's back, everyone. He got 4 catches, 121, the long of 53 on kind of a broken play, but it gets the job done. The people that actually got the job done today is the Houston defense collectively getting 3 picks. Yeah. That was pretty sweet to watch. And then they also a couple of 4th down stops in the 4th quarter. They really showed up when they needed to today.
Okay, Terrell, there's so much to unpack with this game. Let's start with the Chiefs. Okay.
All right.
Obviously, like mathematically, they're still in the playoff hunt. They are eliminated from the AFC West. That's a 9-year streak that's going to be snapped.
Feels great.
But yeah, okay, Bronco fan. Try to take the Broncos hat off for a second.
I got my Dodgers hat on. What are you talking about?
Okay. I mean, obviously, let's be real. They're not making the playoffs. And you can't run it back, right? Like, what changes would you make?
No, I mean, first off, this looked like a team like that. You got Kelsey, you got Mahomes, and I feel for Andy Reid, right? Like he trusted his guys in the clutch.
Yeah.
the ball to Patrick Mahomes. There's 10 minutes left in the game. We'll let you go for it on fourth down. You're going to deliver. And, they don't convert on fourth down. And then throw the ball to Kelsey at the end of the game, and he drops a pass and he gets picked off. So you go to your two bell cows, and they let you down. So, I mean, what needs to change? I think it's hard to say. It's not one of those you clean house type of things, but
No.
as far as the staff,
Not
but
yet.
as far as your personnel, they got to wipe it clean. I think they're good taking sort of a rebuild year, like a soft rebuild. Like they don't need to. Things don't need to go completely, but like I think they need to pivot a little bit. And we saw this with the Patriots back in the early Tom Brady years, where they took a little bit of a step back. They got in the Randy Mosses of the world and made their run. So I think they can take a little bit of a step back, take that gap year, if you will, and find you some good pieces and develop them. But their receiving core is bad. You can't keep going back to Hollywood Brown. You can't go to Kareem Hunt running the football. We said this, go after Breece Hall. Why didn't you make a move at the trade deadline? You gotta beef up that. The first thing is the running back room. There's a lot. The offensive line is so banged up. It's bad. Like,
you kind of feel bad for them too, because they've tried with the O-line. They just keep getting hurt. Like,
they can't stay on the field.
Yeah, Wanya Morris, is that his name? Wanya Morris?
Wanya
Like,
Morris.
the first play of the game, he's out probably for the season. Like, he's done. And they've spent draft capital there. They've spent massive money there. They can't get it right. Derek, I wanted to ask you, though, Terrell brought up the skill position players specifically, and that's kind of where I'm going too. In your mind, like, who goes, who stays? Like, you're looking at this, receivers, tight ends, running backs, all of them. And like, all right, who's like riding with us in the future? And like, where's the place to cut bait?
You got to figure out your running back room. Like you said, Breece Hall would have been a great addition to this team.
Yeah.
They just don't trust Pacheco. Like, he's supposed to be the young guy. He's supposed to be the guy like to kind of take them into the future. And he's just not taking that next step. And they keep going back to Kareem Hunt. What is this? His third stint on the team, right?
Yeah.
And like, he got like 30 touches, 100 yards last week. But then, he can't do it for today's. Got 12 for 30. Travis Kelce's got 1 catch for 8 yards and that crucial juggling drop. And you just never see Kelce do that in the crunch time. I think they're just really feeling a full season's worth of extra games, right? You go to the Super Bowl for like 5 years, right? You have a full year's worth of games extra than other people. So
yeah,
I feel like they're really just feeling it. And it showed in that Super Bowl. It showed last year, it showed in that Super Bowl, and they just need a break.
They've been trying. I mean, they've been trying to recreate the Tyreek Hill thing for the last 4 seasons. Like, they haven't been able to do it yet, and they just need to pivot. Maybe they don't need speed guys. Maybe they need more Kelce's. They just need guys who can make plays. That's the biggest thing with the Chiefs is they're trying to find these home run guys where we can just launch the ball down the field. Mahomes has an arm, but he has been accurate down the field.
Not
this
this year.
He's not hitting those guys in stride.
Yeah, right. He's not hitting them. He threw the pick. He threw a pick earlier tonight. It just had Hollywood Brown open, but underthrew the ball. So I mean, it was a good play by Stingley, but I just they need to pivot on what they're doing, what they've been doing as far as personnel. And look, this is an organization that they don't like to. I mean, they spent a lot of money on Patrick Mahomes, $500 million to keep Patrick Mahomes, or $250 million, I think, something crazy like that, to keep him around. But I think they gotta spend some money. It's something they didn't do at the trade deadline. They didn't do in the offseason. They're known for being cheap as an organization.
Let's just say, and they won't do this offseason.
And they won't. That's what we're feeling. We're feeling like they're not going to make the moves to go get these guys. And I don't know. I think you can see the frustration on Mahomes' face. Like, he's like, I even went to Kelsey and he can't catch the ball. Like, and none of this
drops it.
The crazy thing is none of this is on Mahomes. Like, Mahomes is probably one of his better.
He was making the plays tonight. It was like Collinsworth actually said it really well. He said, even if you do everything perfect, nothing's working.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's working. Like, he was hitting these guys not in stride. Like the Kelsey interception was like behind him. But still, like, Kelsey is one of the best athletes at tight end of all time. He usually catches that ball. It's just not working. Like, nothing's working. I think you need a shift. Like you said, I'd like stop trying to recreate the glory days of Tyreek Hill and all that, and just shift to what's good. Like who are the best players we get our hands on, and how can we build an offense around that? I think you need to go O-line, running game, that kind of thing. But I don't know. I think the Chiefs, they're not going to make the playoffs, and you got some soul searching this offseason. Probably a much-needed offseason. Okay, let's move on to the Texans now. And listen, man, I try to tell y'all, don't play with these Texans, man.
Here we go.
Don't play with these Texans,
Here
man.
we go.
Started off 0-3. They've now won 8 out of 10. It's the best defense in the league. And
that's arguable. That's debatable.
They got I know the two guys that don't want to hear that. The Seahawks fan and the Broncos fan. But one of the best defenses in the NFL. But what about the Texans? Like, do you trust and not trust? I think that's a good question. Let's go Derek and then Terrell.
So I do actually trust Nico Collins. If there's anything in their offense, I trust is Nico Collins. He's kind of has the propensity for big games in big moments.
Yeah.
He's always kind of showing up as long as he's on the field, right? He does kind of have a history of getting injured. I would have liked to see their rookie receivers do more. Higgins and Noel. I thought they would be featured in this offense a lot more. They're just not really doing anything. A lot of the second half, honestly, this offense was hard to watch. I think how many what was the number that Stroud started? Like he was almost 0 of 10 to start the second half or something like that.
Yeah, I think they had like 2 yards like in the third quarter.
Right. Until they get like, one drive. So but like you said, the defense is going to keep them in games. I just don't know if their offense is enough to perform against better defenses as well.
Yeah. And what do you think the problem is? I was watching them tonight. Like at some points, like the play calling is awful. Like like the fourth down, they try to run like a jet sweep to Noel, and he's got blasted in the flat.
Yeah,
and it's just like, what the hell is that? And then you watch Stroud sometimes, and you're like, bro, throw the ball, hit someone underneath, like take what's there, take what defense gets you. Like, what do you think, like Terrell? Like, what do you think's a problem with this offense?
It's CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is you can't trust him. Like CJ Stroud can make plays on third down. I don't trust him to sustain drives for this. I mean, that's the biggest thing for why do we get to see this Texans defense a lot? It's because he doesn't sustain drives. And so you look at they got the turnover, they got the stop on fourth down in their in Chiefs territory and got pushed out to punt the ball. Like he's you know what I mean? Like they punted the ball. Like that was such a huge stop.
Talk about a team too who probably also should have gone and find like some dynamic play at running back. Like without Mixon and now with the mixture of Chubb and Marks, it's just pretty much like 2.5, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And that's kind of their running game. And like they're committed to it. Like props to them. They stay balanced, but it's just not very dynamic. Like Woody Marks just kind of isn't it for me. Well, I think he played well though.
They haven't had a good offensive line for a couple of years.
They're still learning. They're pretty young. 2 rookies on the offensive line.
Right.
Yeah. Their O line is still bad, but they need to sustain drives. I mean, that's the biggest thing. If with that defense, that defense was just very opportunistic tonight. I mean, that's the thing I looked at. It was they happened to make plays when they needed them the most. And I don't know. I mean, you're hoping your defense can get you need them to get turnovers for you at this point because he's got to sustain drives. Look, I mean, if Andy Reid was playing the game, he should have punted the ball twice, and they would have had a better chance of winning this game. Right, so, CJ Stroud is who I don't trust for Houston.
With the win, they go to the 7th seed, and KC drops down to the 10th seed. Let's start Thursday Night Football. Detroit, Dallas, massive game, a lot of fun, kind of everything I hoped it would be. Started slow, but then these two offenses have exploded. And one of them just exploded a lot more, mostly because of one man named Jahmyr Gibbs. Derek,
I heard of him.
Big performances in this one.
Yeah, if you needed a performance to get you in the playoffs, if you were already in the playoffs, Jahmyr Gibbs came through with 3 touchdowns on Thursday Night Football. Dak Prescott had a good game yards-wise, probably not as much as what he wanted in the touchdowns, but Jamison Williams and St. Brown came to play on Thursday night. They
Yeah.
pulled through for their teams, aside from Jahmyr Gibbs. Jamison Williams, 7 catches, 96 yards. Amon-Ra, no practice on one good leg, 6 catches, 92 yards, and the game-sealing
Dog.
receptions to clinch the game for them.
Straight dog performance by Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think a kind of a dominant performance in general by the Lions. Kind of just, hey, don't forget who we are, and don't forget who the Cowboys are over there. This is kind of what they do. Like as soon as they got me a little bit. As soon as I started saying, well, wait a minute, Cowboys might jump up and steal the NFC East. They might be a player here in the NFC. Nah, man, 6-1. They never honestly got close. Terrell, you're done with the Cowboys, right? We're not taking them seriously anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean there's always a team like this every year. They kind of make a little cute run, and then Denver did this with Russell Wilson a couple years ago. They kind of make a little bit of a run for a few games, and then they kind of fizzled out. I think Seattle did this last year. You got some teams that kind of make a 3-4 game stretch and fall out. That's what Dallas was this year. We don't trust them, to make the plays. Look, the defense was balling going into this game, and
Right.
I thought this would be a little bit of a lower scoring. Now Jahmyr Gibbs just Swiss cheese this defense, and they had no answer. So
Jahmyr Gibbs, let's stay there. 47 career touchdowns, ties Barry Sanders for the most in a player's first 3 NFL seasons, and it is the third time this year he's had at least 3 in a game. That's the first since Cloyce Box in 1952. So the man is doing monster things going into the playoffs now. Detroit, I feel pretty confident saying they're going to be there. They're going to be in the mix. They're not going to be a top seed. But going into the playoffs, and what's our level of confidence in the Lions?
I think they have some big losses that are going to come back to bite them. I think, losses against Philly, loss against Green Bay, they're going to, are big losses that are going to hit them. So that's the thing, is they lost some games early that I think will bite them in the ass. There, those 2 losses to the Packers, I think knocks them out. So no, they'll make a run. They'll be in it, I think, until the last week or 2 of the season. But I mean, they just didn't come through early in the season. So I think those are going to catch up to bite them.
Next week, they got the Rams in LA. Should be a good one. Let's move on to, let's go to Seattle, boys. Seattle and the Falcons. Seattle BTA. That's belt to ass, if you don't know. 37-9. Go ahead, Derek, man.
So this game started at 6-6 at halftime, but then we had a 30-point half explosion. Jackson Smith and Jigba got back on track in 2 TDs. Sammy D with 3 TDs, but the 2 players I want to mention on the defense, because I watched this game very closely. Nick Emenwuri, the rookie, he had a blocked kick, a sack, and an interception. So talk about doing it all. And then Devin Witherspoon also had a pass deflection that led to that interception. He's got a fumble recovery. He also had an interception himself. Witherspoon is one of those guys that doesn't really show up on the stat sheet often, but his impact is tremendous. Nothing much to say from Atlanta. Bijan had a nice 86. Kyle Pitts kind of had somewhat of a career revival day, but in the end, it was all about Seattle in the second half.
Seattle entering this game, allowing 17 points a game. That's 3rd fewest in the NFL, despite facing their fair share of injuries. In this one, forced 3 turnovers, held Atlanta to 3 field goals, 0 touchdowns. Quick little note here. Only 1 of their 10 wins have come against a quarterback ranked in the top 20 of QBR. That seems a little bit like we're searching, but it's something. I feel like there's a lot of these teams, and maybe there's just not a lot of good quarterback play or not a lot of consistent teams. So you're going to find stats like this against everyone. Their real test, though, that rematch in Week 16 with the Rams once again.
Thursday night game.
That's gonna be such a great game. But man, I think Seattle 10-3 now. I think they look great. The defense looks great. The offense obviously has that superpower of Mr. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Are we worried about Darnold leading the league in turnovers yet? I mean, or we kind of just let's live with it.
We're worried for sure. I mean, that's kind of his kryptonite right now. Otherwise, he would be in MVP conversations if it wasn't for those interceptions or those turnovers.
Right.
He kind of has one every game. Today was one he forced in on a third down. Didn't really, it was tipped up in the air, so it was kind of up for anybody's grabs. But, yeah, so him and Geno Smith actually have the same amount of turnovers as they at this point last year. It's just that our defense is much better and keeping the other team from not scoring. So that makes a huge difference. I would like to see Sam Darnold correct his mistakes against the Rams that Thursday night in 2 weeks.
Such a great
and
game. Can't wait.
Looking forward for Torrey Horton to get back because our second receiver, I know we have Shaheed. He got a TD today. Actually, he got 2 TDs. He got a kickoff return TD and Cooper Kupp got the other TD. And then he got the kickoff TD, but we need Torrey Horton back because Cooper Kupp is not consistently winning enough on his routes.
Yeah, it was good to see Shaheed start to fit in, start to kind of get his as well in this offense. I think once playoff comes, you're going to want to get that tuned up nicely because that could be a really, really nice weapon for Darnold, something to draw coverage away from JSN because I'm sure in the playoffs he's going to get bracketed like crazy, and you're going to need someone else to win. And so guys like Torrey Horton and Shaheed are going to be super important. Falcons, man, listen, let's pack it up. We'll see you next year.
They don't even own their first round pick, man. They talk about mismanagement, man. They're like, hey, let's pull the trigger for James Pierce, who admittedly got a sack today. It's his 5th straight game with a sack. So hey, congrats on James Pierce. But also, congrats on not having your top 5 pick. Jeez.
Yeah, man. I mean, another losing season, another postseason drought. That's the second longest in the NFL since 2017. They haven't sniffed the playoffs. I mean, they don't have an answer at quarterback, I don't think. Michael Penix is hurt. And that was kind of the big question mark with him. Can he stay healthy? So far, nope. And Kirk Cousins, obviously, on his last legs.
He has no juice. Oh my gosh. I was watching him today and I was like, I wasn't the biggest Kirk Cousins fan before, but now I'm like, hey man, I'll see you in Valhalla, buddy. I'm
not gonna do it. But yeah, I mean, just it's a terrible situation to be in. You got no picks, you got no quarterback. There's an extremely weak free agency quarterback class coming up, even weaker now that Daniel Jones, what happened to him. It's just there's not a lot of answers at quarterback coming off. The Vikings are facing the same problem. Where are you going to get a quarterback from? There's not supposed to be a lot in the draft, although there wasn't supposed to be any in this draft too. And Jackson Dart's amazing, so we'll see.
I mean, there's just a lot of teams with just big holes at quarterback. I mean, looking at Seattle's schedule. Look at Seattle's last 6 games. Who they play at quarterback? Marcus Mariota, Jacoby Brissett, Matt Stafford, Cam Ward,
Brosmer.
Max Brosmer.
Oh, baby.
And Kirk Cousins. And now they've got this kid, Riley.
Leonard.
Riley Leonard, baby.
Riley Leonard next week. So a lot of teams with holes at quarterback.
Damn.
So it's going to be and Matt Stafford's not a hole at quarterback. That is just their one loss on of those quarterbacks they played. But yeah, it's rough. There's a lot of franchises are just rough at quarterback.
All right, so arrow way up for the Seahawks. Next, they have the Colts. Obviously, you mentioned facing Riley Leonard, and then arrow way down for the Falcons. Next week, they got the Bucks. Let's go Bills and Bengals, 39-34. This was a great game, man. This was a classic.
In the snow.
Yeah, Burrow versus Allen, both kind of playing to their max, capabilities, I think, which is pretty amazing that Burrow has come back and looked this good this quickly. But go ahead. Big performances in this one. I know there's a couple.
Yeah, it's a snow game, and so you thought maybe there would be less scoring. Not the case. Joe Burrow, 284 with 4 TDs, 2 costly interceptions. Josh Allen went Superman again, 251 for 3 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown, 78 yards rushing. T. Higgins, it was nice to see his plays today, and that was that's why you pay him the money, I guess. He's got 2 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki, 86 yards and a touchdown. Dawson Knox, 93 yards leading the way for the Buffalo Bills.
All right, so Bengals realistically needed to win out to stay alive in the AFC North. They're pretty much dead now. I think they're still mathematically there, but they really needed just to win out, and that's a tough draw when you got the Bills. I think this is in Buffalo too, right? Bills in Buffalo, that's tough. So we don't want to talk much about the Bengals. It's kind of like the running back next year. And if Joe Burrow can stay healthy, they're going to be a Super Bowl contender. If Joe Burrow doesn't stay healthy, then It's going to be same old, same old. It's kind of what they've been. They got the Ravens next week. But the Bills, baby. I want to talk about the Bills here. I'm not picking against I text you guys in the group chat. I'm not picking against Josh Allen in the playoffs. I'm just not. He's just that. He's that dude. He's that dude this year in the AFC. He's the big dog going to the playoffs of the AFC. I don't care what seed they finish with. Like, that's the guy you don't want to face, especially if you find him in Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing is there's a shot they're not going to play in Buffalo. They're not going to have a home game. You're not going to have a home game, and they're going to have to go on the road and win in some tough environments. But yeah, Josh Allen, Superman. Like he put the team on his back today. I mean, granted, the Bengals defense is
my God. 3rd and 15 with
the
game on the line.
3rd and 15 game on the line, and he just runs the ball for a first down.
Yeah.
Runs a 50-yard touchdown.
That happens when you don't pay anyone. Everyone, the one guy you did pay, you made him wait until week 3 of the preseason.
Yeah. You can't even sign your rookies. You can't even sign your rookies.
Sign your rookies.
The Bengals are awful on defense. But no, Josh Allen was making the plays to win the game. James Cook, big fumbles last 2 weeks. He's just, I don't know. I mean, he's
6 fumbles on the season, 3 losses.
Yeah.
They're both career highs.
He's done this. He's done this before. We've seen this from James Cook. He can be your game breaker, or he can cost you a lot of games. So that's someone to keep an eye out for. But no, I mean, Josh Allen is unbelievable this season. So I'm with you. Like I said, this season is set up for Buffalo to go to the Super Bowl. You got a lot of fresh faces in there, a lot of young teams going at it. I mean,
he doesn't have to face Mahomes.
Don't got to face Mahomes. Don't got to go against Lamar Jackson. Right now, you'd have to go on the road to Pittsburgh.
I mean, who would be the second best quarterback in the AFC playoffs? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's Bo Nix, CJ Stroud,
Drake May, I guess.
Drake May, Trevor Lawrence,
Aaron
Rodgers, and Justin Herbert.
It's Drake May, and we don't know what he is in the playoffs. We don't know what he's going to do in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we'll see.
God,
we know what Bo Nix is in the playoffs.
Oof. Oof. Yeah. Specifically against the Bills, or
just first crack at it. Hey, he doesn't have to go to Buffalo this year.
That's true. Bills at Patriots next week. Obviously, massive game in the AFC East. Bills cruising right along. Bengals, man, another wasted season of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and they just, some people should own teams, and those people are one of them. Like, just what a freaking waste. All right, let's move on. A game that didn't mean anything, and yet
it was fun to watch.
A lot of fun to watch. A lot going on. Just a lot happening here. Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns. Tennessee pulls this one out 31-29 on the most Browns ending ever, pulling Shedeur Sanders. Let's put the ball in Quinshon Judkins' hands and just totally tell the defense what we're going to do. Yeah. What a fake reverse that he's going to forget. What a freaking mess, man. Big performers in this one.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna give it up for Harold Fannin. He's break the Browns rookie tight end receiving record. 8 catches, 114 yards, and a TD.
Damn.
Hey, my boy Shedeur Sanders. All right, 364, 3 TDs. Honestly, looked pretty good. He did throw an interception. Man. I didn't like how the Titans they ran it back, and then they, as it collectively did the Shedeur thing. Like, come on, man. Like, we're gonna pick on this 5th round rookie and do clown his dance thing. I mean,
did you see what Shedeur did after he threw a touchdown? This dude's a maniac, bro. Yeah. He found Jeffrey Simmons.
Oh,
yeah.
Got in his face and went, and then ran away.
as he should.
But yeah,
honestly, it was fun to watch Shedeur Sanders. Honestly, man, the team is hyped to get to around him. They're putting up a fight, not like typical of Browns teams. Like this time of year, they kind of just like lay down.
Right.
The team is revolving around him. So the down 14, going for on the first touchdown, going for 2 points. I'm personally a fan of it. They didn't get it. but then their goal line package, I guess, is just take Shador out. They did this last week against the Raiders, or it was whatever it was against the Raiders.
Stefanski hates him.
The two goal line packages, they just take them out. We're gonna go Wildcat, and then they did it again on the second 2-point conversion. I'm like, come on, man! Like Shador is balling, and we're gonna do this to us.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that.
I like when they mix it in, but now it's just every time. Like, hey, the defense kind of is going to figure this out. I mean, you're not that dominant up front to just like impose your will every single time. But yeah, didn't like that. Love the Shador game. Terrell, that's the question, man. Has he done enough? They're 3-10. They're going to have a top pick.
No, I mean, I had so many feelings on this game. Like, first on sack watch for Myles Garrett. He got one sack today.
At 20.
Now up to 20. So I'm rooting for it. He's got to be some three more to get it. Some light at the end of the tunnel. Some silver lining for the Browns. Myles Garrett break the sack record.
Yep.
But Shador is fun. Like he's just dimes. The game should have been the game tying play. Was a dime to Fannin. Like he was hitting Judy, Judy in stride up the middle of the field. Like I
haven't seen Judy run full speed in years.
No.
With the ball in his hands.
Not since Jameis Winston put him on the map back on the map last season. No, Shador is fun. I hate Kevin Stefanski. I hate the Browns. I'm so pissed. I was pissed off. Like they're literally they're playing in everyone's face, sabotaging this kid right in front of our very eyes. He went down the field and got you potentially the game. We're gonna go into overtime. You're gonna go run a wildcat with Quinshon Judkins to try to. We all know what's going to happen. You're not throwing the ball. We're running the ball here.
Right.
So stupid. I hate Stefanski. I hate the Browns. If I'm a Browns player, I'm blowing that locker room up. Like you want to as a player, just like you play. You want to go rogue. We've all played sports here. It's just times where as a collective, you're like, we can't stand this coaching staff, and we're literally playing hard for each other, and we don't care. We win. They're going to win the game. Coaches are going to try to give out a game ball. And you're just like, oh, it's a damn game ball. It's not about you guys. That's how I'd feel if I was a Browns player. I hate Stefanski. I hate that the whole coaching staff. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of the ownership. They should. There should be, the fans should be able to collectively say whatever it is. If we can get rid of a freaking sitting governor, if we can try to recall Newsom, they should be able to recall ownership. Give us back our team. Get out of here, and we want new owners. This is awful. The Browns, this is terrible. I can't stand them.
I'll stay away from the politics side of it because I have my feelings on Newsom for sure. But obviously that's never going to happen. But I agree though, man. Like just a mismanagement. Just some owners, all they care about is the bottom line. Like it's a business for them. And it's very obvious when, they're putting together these teams. As long as they're making money, they'll kind of let the Cleveland Browns teams be like this, even though they have an incredible fan base, incredibly loyal fan base that just shows up year in, year out. Yeah, for no reason, just to hope, And also, I want, you looking at Shador Sanders, you had to have known, this is the best quarterback on the roster.
Yes,
especially with Grandpa Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, man. How did you wait this long to even they waited this long just to make him the backup, and the only reason he got in is because Dylan Gabriel got hurt. I don't understand. Why did you draft him?
We haven't seen anything remotely close to this from Dylan Gabriel or Joe Flacco.
Dylan Gabriel didn't throw the ball 5 yards down the field, and Joe Flacco was never going to work out with this team because he would have to do too much for them. But anyway, Shador Sanders, I think arrow up, man. Derek, has he done enough to earn us a shot next year?
It's still, I think, a little too early to say. He's still got to fight off Deshaun Watson coming off injury.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I mean, look, if Stefanski actually is out, this is actually an attractive position. They got a good defense. They got some skill players. The Quinshon Judkins, Fannin. They got something in Fannin. Maybe you have Shador
in the NFL.
You also have 2 first-round picks. You got their pick plus the Jags pick, right? So it's an attractive position heading into next year.
I totally forgot about that.
So I personally, I'm a Shador fan. I want him to start. I want him to have the opportunity to at least tell us that he's not good.
Right.
Because I don't know what we were doing with Gabriel, honestly. Like, I didn't think he was that good in college. There's a reason why he was on 3 different teams.
Yeah.
Didn't really.
Just with Gabriel, it's like he looks exactly how we all knew he would look. Like, I am not a draft expert or a professional scout, and I knew that's exactly how Dylan Gabriel was going to look in the NFL. That's exactly what he was going to do. And yet, for some reason, they didn't. Let's move on. Vikings, Commanders, 31-0. This one, Vikings go to 5-8. Commanders to 3-10. Largest shutout margin since 1980. Snaps a 4-game losing streak for the Vikings. But tell us about Mr. JJ McCarthy.
9 goes for 3 TDs today.
Yeah, baby.
Only 163 yards passing, but he didn't really have to do too much in the second half there. They were up by a good margin.
Right.
Addison got the ball, 4 catches, 62 yards. Just a complete domination. The Washington had no answers. There's no performers on their team, honestly. I'm looking at it. Bobby Wagner, 16 tackles. So you have 35-year-old Bobby Wagner, 16 tackles, and that should pretty much tell you how your day went.
Okay, so Minnesota entered the game with less than 1% playoff chances. So really, in all reality, this just hurt their draft position. I get you do have to, you're going to win the game, and you can't tank against teams that are going to score 0 points. But I mean, we've had our thoughts on JJ McCarthy. Does this change anything for you, Terrell?
No, but I think you got to give him time. This is JJ's rookie season. We got to look at it that way.
Because there's a reel out there right now that's getting responded to, and you're calling JJ McCarthy out pretty bad.
He's looked bad. He's looked terrible. Look, I've called them out for putting him in right now. They should. Right. They should not have gone off of Sam Darnold and gone to him right now. But this is rookie season. He could throw 9 touchdowns in a game. It wouldn't do anything for me.
Career high 3 touchdowns, all to tight ends. So maybe they found something there. Just kind of keep the ball in the middle of the field and make the game easy for them.
Like
they get the Cowboys next.
It's not like you have the top receiver at all. Getting 2 catches for 11 yards today after getting less than 20 last week. So I'm sure he's happy.
He's on my fantasy team, so it's.
How about the Vikings? They go from getting shut out to shutting out the Commanders.
Yep. Let's start with the Commanders, man. 3-10. Jaden Daniels comes back, just blows everyone's mind. And we talked a little Jaden Daniels before we started recording. And not this is a fantasy show, but I traded him from a dynasty league because of what I saw today. Like, turning on this game, I felt so vindicated that I had made the right decision in not trusting Jaden Daniels because of 2 things. I don't trust the kid because he doesn't take care of himself. Like, he runs the ball like he's 235, 6'2", 230, like Garrett Blunt. Like, that's how he runs the ball. Just taking linebacker hits in the chest, like not going down, fighting for extra yards. Like, and then I don't trust the organization. Like, listen, if the 24-year-old kid can't make the right decisions for himself, we need a grown-up in the room. We need someone to say, like, hey, if you're going to play like that, then you're not coming back until you're fully healthy, because he obviously wasn't fully healthy. He gets decked on an interception trying to make a tackle by Isaiah Rodgers right on that elbow, and he's out again. And it's just like, here we go. Jane Daniels probably going to be out again for a couple of weeks. This is the 3rd straight appearance where he had to leave because of injuries. Listen, man, we had this conversation when he came to the league, Terrell. Is he going to hold up? Is he, because he's so frail.
Yeah.
They drafted RG3 again.
Oof.
Yeah. Like we called it. RG3 2.0. Baller rookie season. And just, he might be a backup somewhere by year 4.
I can't wait to clip that. I can't wait to clip that.
It's gonna suck. Jaden Daniels might be a backup.
Damn. In
Baltimore, by his 4th season.
Dang, you're talking about Tyler Huntley stuff?
Yeah, I'm talking about RG3 stuff.
Or you go
to Baltimore,
you're right.
Cleveland.
You're right. Yeah, you're
Baltimore,
right.
Cleveland was his next stop. One of the 2. Can't remember which one was first.
Went to Cleveland.
For now, he's still their guy.
The Cleveland first, then Baltimore.
Okay, let's chill out.
I'm just thinking. Yeah, no, I mean, Cleveland might need him. Cleveland might need him. They go through a new quarterback every year, so they might.
Let me ask you this question, Derek. Who starts more games for their team next year? Jane Daniels or Jason McCarthy?
Oh my God. Jeez. This is so bad. I just want to go Jaden Daniels because I cannot stand JJ McCarthy. I never thought he was
9.
good. I don't understand why he was in the first round. He
Right.
was acting like that, like when he beat UW in the national championship. Yes, I'm
There
salty
it is.
about it
There it
still,
is.
but never thought he was any good. At least Jaden Daniels has shown talent. I'll say
Right.
that.
He's gonna miss a couple weeks again. I think you got to shut him down now. You're 3-10.
Yes,
There's just no reason to
absolutely.
play him. Shut him down. Go. I don't know what to do because you have a decent O line. I guess all your weapons were healthy for this game. And
not Zach Ertz. You see what happened to him?
oh yeah, man. R.I.P.
Yeah,
Zach
man.
Ertz, Eagles
Yeah.
legend. Looks like was it confirmed torn ACL?
I don't know if they confirmed it yet, but the way he got tackled, just like
Is
all
bad.
the way back like
Yeah.
that.
I think 5th all time in tight end reception, so like one of the greats. Played so much longer than I thought he would. Obviously
Yeah.
had some good years for the Cardinals. Came here to the Commanders, kind of the safety blanket for Jaden Daniels. It was a bad day to be a Commanders fan today. It was not a good day for the Washington Commanders. But shout out Ertz, man, Eagle legend. I always remember him making that catch to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, love the guy. Yeah, I mean, Jaden Daniels going to miss the rest of the year, and we'll see the Commanders next year, and hopefully things are different. Let's move on, and let's kind of go quickly here through the Dolphins Jets because there's really not much to talk about. 34-10. We won't even go to big time performers, but I will point out that Tua now has under 200 passing yards in 4 straight games. I watched this game needing Waddle to score points, and just Tua can't get. Tua has regressed. I don't know if we know this because they're winning. They're winning because of that running game. Tua looks awful. Yeah. He looks really, really bad. And now A-Chain went out. They're 6-7, and I don't know like if that's going to be enough to make the playoffs. They got the Steelers. They got the Steelers on Monday night. We're not. I have no hope for the Dolphins. I know they're technically alive, but right.
No,
right. Yeah. We're not doing that, right?
The redeeming thing for them. They might class out of the ass class. I'll give them that. They won't be in the ass class anymore. But no, I mean that's where I put them. The Jets. I think we lost Joey, but
yeah,
those Gotham jerseys.
Oh, those are sweet.
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah, dude, fantastic, fantastic.
I thought the Gotham jerseys were cool. That's the one thing I would say about the Jets.
That's the good thing that came out today.
At first I saw these, I was like, wait, what are whose team is this? Is that the old Packers? And okay, these are the
Jets.
These are sick.
Those are sweet. Yeah, when they introduced those in the offseason, I was like, oh, these are nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Tyler Taylor goes down early. They have Brady Cook play. Plays just as about how you think a guy named Brady Cook will play. Not much to go off. I spent all my free agent bid money on A.D. Mitchell after like 100-yard games. He goes for 1 catch, 24, 6 targets. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey man, the Dolphins actually quietly have won 4 in a row, 5 out of the last 6, with a win beating the Bills in there. So I'll put, I thought they were gonna fire McDaniels, very early in the season. He's shown some fight. They got the Steelers, Bengals, very winnable games. They can go 8-7. I'm not gonna say they're making playoffs, but I think they have something cooking with Mike McDaniel just to save his job.
So they got a 3-way tie between Baltimore, KC, and Miami, all 3 at 6-7, right behind Indy and Houston at 8-5. So yeah, technically they're as alive as the Chiefs are, except they don't have all the tiebreaker misfortune that the Chiefs have. So I mean, we'll see. H.N. might miss. They play Monday night against the Steelers, and we don't really trust the Steelers either. So I don't know. Dolphins is what it is. But I do think McDaniel, he's going to keep his job, right? Next year.
That's what I said. I think he's doing just enough to keep his job for next year.
So another year that's probably going to look just like this year. Saints and sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Saints Bucks 24-20 here. New Orleans goes to 3-10, and Tampa Bay now falls to a tie with the Panthers. I want to say I don't have it in front of me. Was it 9-7? Let me look.
What are you talking about?
7-6. 7-6 with the tie for the Panthers, and they No, the Saints play the Panthers next, so they'll need some help next week from the Saints. But who I do want to talk about is Tyler Shook.
Woo!
Listen, man. Listen. What if I told you, Terrell, there's a dual threat quarterback in New Orleans? What if I told you?
And it's not Taysom Hill.
It's not Taysom Hill. Hey, man, he's better than we all thought he would. I don't know if he's the guy of the future. And I don't know if he's definitely not a guy I don't think it's going to stop you from drafting another quarterback. But I think he's good enough to be your long-term backup and maybe be a bridge guy. Like if you get a guy next year who needs to sit, I think you could do worse than Tyler Shook during a rebuild for a couple years. Kind of like, honestly, you know who he reminds me of? Davis Mills in the pre-CJ Stroud years. Like it could get worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not a Regan endorsement.
No, I mean,
wow. You told me to listen for Davis Mills, bro.
Yeah, my bad. That was bad.
He's fine. I think he's fine. I think he's got I think his ceiling is Ryan Tannehill.
There you go. I like that better.
Yeah, no, I think that's where he's at. He'll be a fine guy. I think he'd be one of those that next year could make the Saints make like a late run to try to get into the playoffs next year, still finish at 8-9 or something like that.
Could be good enough for the NFC South.
Yeah, true.
They could have a shot at the South, but
I did mention the Bucks and Panthers are tied at 7-7, and they play each other 2 times still this year, and so that'll kind of determine that. That'll be fun to watch. ESPN has their probability to win going from 80 to 68. That's the Bucks after losing this game. We'll see. I mean, the Bucks, I don't know. I don't want to see them in the playoffs because I feel like they're not playing well. They would like back into the playoff type thing. I'd rather see the Panthers kind of like upstart, don't really know what they're doing, just there like playing house money type thing. I feel like the Bucks need to go back to the drawing table, rethink this thing, get healthy, and come back next year kind of with at full strength. It just they don't look good. Bucky Irving looks good after coming back from that long hiatus. But Emeka Egbuka, no one really talks about it. He's kind of fallen off the face of the earth. Like he hasn't been good for a while. Mm-hmm. And Godwin kind of is diminished at this point, even though he's playing fine. He's not the number one guy he was, even at the beginning of last year. And Mike Evans might not coming back. Like he's just
he might come back for a send-off game,
right? And that's it.
But yeah,
and he'll need 1,000 yards to keep that streak alive.
I was very high on Emeka Egbuka. I drafted him in almost all of my leagues, and I think he's hitting a rookie wall. I think the last few games he's been definitely more concentrated on. Like everybody was concentrating on Godwin and Evans, so they're definitely paying attention to Egbuka. He dropped the game-winning touchdown today, and that was hard to watch because he had a filthy out and up. It was a little high. I think it was in the rain too. Maybe like that affects him. But Emeka Egbuka, a Seattle kid, you gotta catch that, man. Tyler Shook, man. Hey, that scramble for the game-winning touchdown, that was sweet, dude. I was like, and
very Tannehill-esque.
Yeah, I don't want to take too much from this game because there was a hurricane happening in Florida that affected this game and the Jacksonville game. It's kind of hard to go one way or the other. But I'm very disappointed with what Emeka Egbuka put out today. 2 catches, 9 targets for 15 yards.
Yeah, not great. It's a wall. Let's see. Let's move forward here. And speaking of Jags Colts, let's get to that one. And there was a hurricane brewing there. And there's also another storm brewing in Indianapolis now after this game. Is that an acceptable segue? I don't think so. But Daniel Jones, man, listen, he tore his Achilles after playing with a broken leg, the most mysterious broken leg I've ever heard of my life. The broken leg that couldn't get worse if you played on it. I don't know medically what that is.
I'm not a doctor, but that doesn't sound good.
And yet he tore his Achilles in the same leg?
Opposite leg.
Okay. Opposite, yeah. It was, I think, the right Achilles, and then
so
the left.
Weakened the infrastructure of the other leg.
Yeah, God took the leg, and he's like, "Oh, he's like, you got to listen to me, Achilles."
That's not okay. I'm not laughing at him, but I mean, it sucks for Indy because obviously it was a historic season for them. They're looking great. They're looking, on top of the world. They spend those 2 first-round picks on Sauce Gardner. And now that looks really bad because you don't have a quarterback. Daniel Jones is a free agent this offseason. Are you going to pay him? How does he come back? after an Achilles injury. It's disaster for the Colts. It's disaster for the Colts in every way imaginable. And the opposite for the Jags. Don't look now, but the Jags are on top of the AFC South.
Jags.
I mean, they're 9-4. The offense is looking better every year. They finally got their wide. For some reason, the wide receiver one they needed the whole time was Jacoby Myers, and not Brian Thomas Jr. and not Travis Hunter and not whoever else they brought in. It was Jacoby Myers, and here they are, man. 11 wins is in reach, I think.
Looking at their. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Looking at their schedule, they got the Jets, the Titans, and the Colts again. So 12-4 is looking real attainable, which is kind of crazy to say, because I still don't know what they're good at.
Before Liam Cohen came to town, they had lost 18 of their last 23. Is this the actual coach of the year?
It's tough. I mean, there's a lot of guys who can get it. I mean,
Vrabel,
Vrabel's a guy we can give it to.
Sirianni.
I've been on Team Shanahan because that team. What do you say?
Nick Sirianni.
Okay. No.
I don't think he's ever been worthy of Coach of the Year.
No,
he hasn't.
Agreed.
But
Disagree. Not an Eagles topic. But yeah, Liam Cohen, I think he's coaching his brains out. Is that
he's
the way to say
redeemed
it?
himself from Duval?
Yeah. Oh,
he
for
was
sure.
redeemed
For sure.
himself from that. No, I mean, look, if Etienne can run the ball like that, going into the playoffs, they're a huge threat, and that defense. I mean, Trayvon Walker sighting. I mean, he came out and played great today. Very opportunistic defense. A lot of turnovers today that they forced. A lot of punched balls. So I mean, look, if that defense can play, even half as good as they did today, and Trevor Lawrence if you don't have to depend on Trevor Lawrence to go win you the game, the Jags can be a threat. I think that
aren't they basically the Bears? You got the high draft pick quarterback that you don't quite trust. You have a defense that's talented, but if we're honest, kind of relies on turnovers a little too much. And then you kind of have like the young offensive guru guy at the head of it that could be turning this whole thing around despite what's happening. Like I think they're basically the Bears in the AFC here, which would explain our hesitation on trusting them going into the playoffs, even though they're 9-4. So what's your confidence in Jags going to the playoffs? Derek?
I mean, right now they'd have the Chargers coming into town, and they beat the shit out of the Chargers.
Yeah, I think they would.
Yeah,
so
BTA.
Yeah, BTA. So I mean, I don't know. I think they can get a playoff game. Their last playoff win was against the Chargers. That huge comeback in the second half. So after being down, I think 21-0 or 28-0 or something like that, a couple years ago. So I mean, I think the Jags can get you a win. I think I said if Etienne can, if you can lean on Etienne to run the ball, and that defense can play like that, the Jags are kind of scary. And I love their 90s uniforms.
Yes.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah, they need to stick to those. Those are
bring those back.
Beautiful. Derek, I'm going to give you a team. You tell me just neutral field. Are you taking the Jags over them? Okay. We'll go borderline playoff teams and playoff teams AFC. KC.
I'll take the Jags.
Baltimore.
I'll take Baltimore.
Indy.
Really?
I'll take Jags. Now without Daniel Jones.
Houston.
Oh, Houston.
Chargers.
I might actually take the Chargers.
Okay, so we're not that high on them. Like that. I'm not even in the top 5 yet.
I think the point is that the AFC is wide open. Like we don't know who the favorite is in the AFC.
Right.
Like I know
now
the Broncos and the Patriots are 11-2, but like we just don't know what we're getting in the AFC because we're too used to Mahomes, Lamar, and Allen. I mean, Allen's still going to be in there, but he's going to be a wild card, right?
Right.
We're just not really used to this AFC playoff picture.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait for the AFC playoffs.
I think we're hating on the Jags a little too much because I've got them over the Chargers. They beat the brakes off the Chargers. Houston, they had Houston on the ropes. Davis Mills came back and pulled off a miraculous win.
They wouldn't beat Houston in the playoffs right now.
this is going to be tough. I mean, that would be a tough
You
game.
never know, though. The
division game.
The division stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Division game. I think everybody who's not in the playoffs, I'd take them over anybody, over Baltimore, over KC.
We like them over Pittsburgh, right?
Over Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then definitely, I mean, I'm not Denver or New England.
No, I mean, they got a tough test they play Denver in 2 weeks. In Denver, I think that's the big test for them. If they go on the road and beat the Broncos, watch out. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, definitely not a test next week. They got the Jets, and the Colts will play the Seahawks. So nice little game for both those teams there. Let's go Ravens, Steelers in a game for AFC North supremacy. And if we're honest, listen, I'm just going to bottom line this thing. Neither of these teams are winning a playoff game. It's just there's no good teams in this division. I get the Steelers won. I get Mike Tomlin kind of had his moment because he had a really hard week, especially in the media. He still deserves to be fired. They still need to start over. This proves nothing to me. It just proves of the two bad teams, you're the better of the bad team. Am I? You guys with me there or not?
Yeah, I mean,
Neither team looked like they won.
I think we're about to say the same thing. Two teams who didn't care about who were trying to lose the game.
Yeah. Hey, we'll say DK Metcalf, welcome to the Steelers. Finally, he had a nice day. 7 catches, 148 yards. As a guy who he's just been riding my bench in fantasy because I don't know what I'm gonna get with him. Another guy on my bench in fantasy is Zay Flowers because he put up a negative last week. He goes 8 catches, 124 yards. Isaiah Likely should be 2 touchdowns. I honestly don't know how they overturn the touchdown.
What a terrible call.
It was 3 steps, wasn't it? It was 3 steps.
What a terrible call.
And I was like, how? Like, that's a touchdown. I've seen much worse called like less.
Terrell, that's a touchdown, right? Did you see it?
Yeah.
That was terrible. It's been a rough year for refs in the NFL. It's been a really bad year.
But that one's not even just refs. That one is New York, isn't it?
The whole thing, the replay system.
The replay system. Did you see what game was it today that the replay system got overturned?
Yeah, it was the Chiefs game, wasn't it?
Yeah. They missed the spot. They missed the stepping out of bounds.
Yeah.
Replay assist needed assist.
Yeah. Assisted.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about this one too much. Honestly, I don't believe in either of these teams. They're both kind of frustrating to me. What's wrong with Lamar? What's going on with the guy? The guy who put up video game numbers last year just sucks. Like, he's not good. Is he hurt? Is it as simple as that?
I think it's the injury. I think he's
overthinking
it. Yeah, he's overthinking it. He's very timid. Like, you just saw him even his rushing touchdown today. Like, he was hesitant. Like, am I allowed to run the ball? Like, he didn't trust himself. He hesitated to score on a play that he would have darted into the end zone last season. Yeah, he'd been hesitant to run that one in, and there was nobody there.
ESPN gives him a 30% chance to still make the playoffs. I don't need to see the Ravens in the playoffs, to be honest. I'd rather give that spot to someone who's ascending. Lamar Jackson, 50% completion percentage, just doesn't look very good. That's 7 losses now on the year. So even winning out doesn't guarantee a spot. And 3 of their final 4 road games. 3 of their final 4 games are on the road next week at Cincinnati. So that's not an easy win either. Next week for the Steelers, Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. It's kind of quietly a super important game for both teams. So we'll watch that one as well. Let's move on to the Broncos and the Raiders. Another quality win for Denver here as they put together one of the most impressive regular seasons of, honestly, this century. Just a juggernaut, really. They moved to 11. They moved to 11-2. I'm kind of busting your balls. I'm busting. Listen, they beat a team they're supposed to beat. The Raiders are so bad. Like, just bad. Everything they do is just not to the level of an NFL franchise. Denver moves to 11-2, best record in the AFC. That's 10 straight wins for them. They now hold tiebreakers over the Patriots because of wins versus common opponents. And so really important there. And they have the inside track for the AFC's number 1 seed, most likely looking at a bye here and a game at Mile High. So it's looking good in Denver. And honestly, I don't even want to talk. It's just all about the playoffs now, right?
Yeah. I mean, you win next week, I believe, clinch a spot in the playoffs. It's going to be a tough stretch. It is a tough stretch in the season. You got Green Bay at home, then Jacksonville at Kansas City on Christmas Day, and then home against the Chargers to end the season. So it's a tough 4-game stretch. but yeah, I mean, it's Denver's AFC to lose. It's I mean, the Patriots have a easier strength of schedule go down the stretch here of the season, but no, I thought it was a good quality win. I thought Bo Nix played well. I thought the offense was efficient. Like I'm looking at it like this. The Broncos' offenses looked really good the last 2 weeks. That was the biggest thing. When we were coming out and we're going, oh, this offense is terrible. They put up 10 points on a Thursday night game against the Raiders. The last time was that 10-7 game was awful. To come back a few weeks later and the offense is clicking against the Commanders. Offense clicked against the Raiders. That's all we wanted to see. We played a lot of bad teams this year, and the offense didn't look good. Played another bad team, and the bad teams last 2 weeks. Offense looks good. That's all that matters, really. If now get the two of them to match, I think we're scary come playoff time. And first time all season, we didn't trail in the game. So, it's good,
man.
Hey,
good quality win. We take it. Look, all this hate of the Broncos don't play anyone.
It's just
there's only 2 teams that are in the playoff hunts that have a record. Their record is against winning. Their opponents all have winning records, and that's the Eagles and the Rams. Everybody else, their opponents all have losing records. So, you hate all you want on Denver. Everybody in the playoffs is playing ass teams.
Yeah, to be fair, the Patriots have played statistically the easiest schedule in the league. It's just it's another like 1 touchdown win over the Raiders, who just
it was a 2 touchdown thing. They scored like a garbage time. I'll give that to them.
By the way, that needs to be investigated.
It was 24-7 with 4 minutes left. Garbage time.
Yeah, that's true. I'm really looking forward to seeing Broncos Packers next week. I think that's a really important game.
That's gonna be really fun.
Just to know how I really feel, because the Packers are playing really well right now.
Yeah,
Jordan Love's playing really well. That's going to be
and Jags. Those are going to be fun games.
Raiders, I just honestly don't give a shit. Like, I'll see you next year. You don't matter. Again, you're 2-11. You'll probably draft another running back in the first round just so you have a sick duo.
I'll be honest. I was nervous. Going into the season. I'm going, you have Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, Sean Payton, and Pete Carroll now in the same division. And
don't be nervous.
Was ass.
Yeah, you have nothing to be nervous about.
It's not fun.
Does Pete Carroll come back next year? I'll let the Seahawks fan answer this.
I was hoping that he would be like a jolt of life into the Raiders, a symbol of consistency.
He's 80,
but he's and
that's the problem. They're looking for their spark from an 80-year-old.
I know. Yeah, no. It's just like the Lakers. If your best player is the 40-year-old, you're not in a good shape. But hey, like I wish they were good. They have nothing going for them right now. Unfortunately, Kenny Pickett sighting today. So like 8 for 11, honestly, in the CD, in kind of like a prevent type defense. They got from them, except Max. He's still pretty good.
All right, been excited to talk about this game all day. Green Bay, Chicago. It was a great game. It was fun football. I think it probably should have been the Sunday night game, just with how much it meant, and just the two teams fighting for the NFC North. The setting, cold in Lambeau, like it was just everything you love about this this time of year in football. But Packers win 28-21. 9-3-1. They move to now Bears to 9-4. So Packers take control of the NFC North. Derek, big performers in this one.
Yeah, we have Jordan Love, a very nice 3 TD game, 234 yards. Josh Jacobs with the tough yards down the stretch. It was actually really fun to watch him running down the stretch. 86 and a tud. Welcome back Christian Watson from his injury. He's been a touchdown machine.
He's changed their offense.
Yes. He has, and Jaden Reed came back today too. Like he got a few touches, some good touches. I really like Christian Watson, what he's doing in this offense. Also, what he's doing for my fantasy team. So, I like it. On the Chicago side, DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai continue their backfield with some mixed results. Yeah. Luther Burden as the leading targets receiver today for 4 catches, 67 yards. Caleb Williams with the chance to win it at the end, and he acted like he was still playing in the Pac-12. Like that type of throw works against Oregon State, but
Yeah.
he kind of just short armed it. I think he left it in his arm in the air like he was in basketball, like just leaving his arm in there like he just won the game, and it was picked off by Keyshawn Nix.
Right over the head of the guy that was actually open, by the way.
Yeah.
DJ Moore.
DJ
Like,
Moore.
it was
DJ Moore
just-
went wide open. Oh, you can see DJ Moore was pissed.
Komet was open, like when the play first came there, he was open, but then Caleb Williams took another step and then short armed it. So that combination is not going to work in the NFL. I'm excited for them to play again.
Yes.
I think they play again in
I want to say 2 weeks, right? Or
2 weeks from now they play again to 12/20. So honestly, the Bears, they did show that they got fight. Like the whole year, you kind of did the Bears, whatever. Like they haven't really beat anybody good. The losses are bad, but they showed that they got some fight, and they're not going to be an easy out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we could walk away from this game just feeling good about both these teams. The Bears are not as advanced, I think, in their just team building. The coach is obviously like still implementing his system, his culture, and that's still all new. And Caleb Williams is his first year in the Ben Johnson offense, which from everything we hear is a really detailed, like tough offense to run and figure out. So maybe year 2, he looks much better. But yeah, I think you can walk away like saying the Packers are farther along and they're more ready, I think, for a deep playoff run, especially with that front. I mean, that front looks really, really good. Not just Micah Parsons. Kind of like Micah Parsons is kind of the guy that put everyone in their correct place. And now just the whole thing is they're constantly pressuring Caleb Williams. It was really fun to watch, honestly. And I think they're ready I think they're peaking at the right time, if I could say it that way. The Packers. I think they look really good. Obviously, we talked about them and the Broncos next week. Is going to be a really, really fun game and kind of a telling game. Jordan Love, 3 touchdowns, you said, 4 last week against Detroit. 2 huge wins. His best ball has come in the most important games of the year. Now first in the NFC North. Terrell, you've been one of the harder people on Jordan Love. Does this change your opinion of him a little bit?
No, he's playing cleaner football. He's taking care of it, making the right reads. And the guys are catching the ball. He's got his playmakers back, which is huge. I think he was missing a lot of those guys. So I've been a Packer doubter, but they've come through the last couple of weeks. When the win against Detroit, now win against Chicago, two big time games. And they've come through.
To be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
That was, if you're listening, that was Mr. Ben Johnson at his press conference. I love the rivalry this has turned into. I think it's really fun. But anyways, we talked about this, I think, enough. They're going to play again in 2 weeks, and they're both going to be in the mix. They're both going to be fun in the playoffs. Like, neither of them going to be easy outs. And like I said, playing the best at the right time. Let's keep moving here. I think final game here. Yeah. Rams and Cardinals, 45-17. Is this win BTA of the week, or does that still go to the Vikings? 45-17 is just disrespectful.
No,
that's
dude. Arizona, they came down opening drive. They marched on the Rams. Touchdown pass to Michael Wilson, who had a day. 11 catches, 142 yards, 2 TDs, 16 targets. So Jacoby Brissett, I don't even think he's looking at anyone else, honestly. Trey McBride at 5 for 58. Those are the bright spots for the Cardinals. You got to figure out what they're doing in the future. You got to just pack it up.
So let's talk Kyler real quick, because we haven't really talked about it in the show. At first, it was week to week. Then he was running around pregame like he was going to play. And then he's on IR, and now he's done for the year. And then they ask Gannon if he's going to be the quarterback when he's healthy, and it's a no answer. It's like, no, I'm worried about the Rams this week. He's done in Arizona, right?
Yeah, I think he finds a way to Minnesota. Honestly, that's kind of like the chatter, and I would like to see what he does in a new situation. I will say, like, he hasn't really showed enough in the NFL where I'm confident that he'll be good in a different situation. A good friend told me that like Butler just doesn't have a good attitude like on the bench. Like he's always pouting, he's always like complaining about something, you know. It's just not going to translate to another team.
Yeah, that in Miami, I think would be interesting spots for him. Like with those, like that Miami offense might be interesting too, just because it's kind of like a college style offense, that run and gun type thing. But yeah, I think his days are done in Arizona as well, and they'll see. You know, I mean, they're 3-10, so they'll have a shot here at a decent quarterback, and you know, kind of get a chance to do that over again. Rams 10-3, just a juggernaut on offense, 530 yards on offense today. They run the ball now. Now they can run the ball, guys. We're screwed. Yeah. I mean, we're completely screwed.
Yeah. Blake Corum, 128, 2 TDs, a long of 48. Puka Nacua, God damn it. I think there's no one in the NFL I hate more than Puka Nacua. 167 yards, 2 TDs. And Colby Parkinson, quietly, he's come back from injury. He's got like a TD in, I think, almost every game that he's played since he's been back. So if you need if he's still available in your fantasy team, try to stream him because he's good for a touchdown a week. But yeah, Puka Nacua, man.
Stafford, 7th game this year with at least 3 passing touchdowns. That's most in the NFL. Is he still on top of the MVP list for you, Terrell?
Yeah, I'm giving it to Stafford. I have a hard time giving it to Drake May. I have a hard time giving it to a second-year guy over, Matt Stafford, who's been balling this late in his career. I think Stafford deserves to get it this year. The Rams, that offense is unreal. Drake May's playing great. They're playing well. They might end with a 1 or 2 seed, but if the Rams end with the number 1 seed and that offense putting up that fire, putting up a lot of points like that, I think it's Matt Stafford. I'd give it to Matt Stafford.
Are you giving it to your AFC or NFC West opponent here, Derek?
I would. I've been a huge Matt Stafford fan, honestly, since his days at Georgia. On the Lions, he was always fun to watch when he was healthy, and it was just a perfect pairing for him on the Rams. And the Rams are in the best division in football, and I don't think it's that much of a secret. They have 2 teams with 10 wins. The 49ers with 9 wins, right? And they've been banged up. So to do it against the level of opponents that the Rams have been doing it against, I would definitely give it to Matt Stafford this year.
Yeah, I think same. I think he's been that one consistent elite player on a team that's been the most consistent as well. They had like a little hiccup, last week?
Yeah,
against the Panthers.
Yeah. Which, I mean, maybe the Panthers are actually better than we think. So maybe it's not, in the grand scheme of things, that bad of a loss. But yeah, I think he's that dude this year, and I think he should get it. I also think Jeremiah Love should get the Heisman, but that's another topic for another day. Cardinals, done. We won't talk about them anymore. Let's talk real quick, guys, about real quick next week, Lions and Rams. That's fun.
We should go.
Always fun. Lions, want to go? Is it in LA?
Yeah, it's in LA.
Yeah,
I hit up Chuck Liddell this week because the Eagles play on Monday night, but he's out of town. Maybe I'll hit him up next week about this Lions game.
Good.
Not to name drop there, but And Cardinals are totally screwed. They play the Texans in Houston next week, so yikes. All right, guys, that's week 14. After that one, that will wrap up week number 14. Really excited to get into that. And then we'll see you later on this week with more fantasy information or fantasy playoff information, tips, tricks, all that for you who are lucky enough to be in your fantasy playoffs. I am not one of those into the off season for me. But guys, thanks for joining us for this one, week 14 recap. We'll see you again next week. Bye.
Peace.